Shalom, this is Christopher. I think disciple YaH. Right, so I wanted to do this video today, basically, because I have to bring glory to our Father. I got to share my testimony here in Ireland. I was doing this exhibition, this art exhibition, where this Portuguese fellow was going around to Dublin, and it was called what was it called? Humans of Dublin. Yeah, by a gentleman by the name of Peter Varga. But he was going around basically about trying to get people's stories like that, been through, I've been through prison, drugs, streets, homelessness, all that, carry on, darkness basically. And you see, the thing is, not many people make it out of that, and it's a very rare thing, and especially for myself and my wife Leah, and then to have Joshua then to go with it, it's even rarer. It's not seen at all. Like, two people, one is rare, two people to do it together, and to do it the way we did it, to go through what we did, so rare you just wouldn't believe. But I've done a number of public media type things, I'll try and figure out how you send the link forward, and try to get it in the description. I don't know how to operate that part of putting links in the description, I don't. But I'll write it down, and then I'll put it in the description. But it's a big long yoke where the story is in it, but there's a paper over here, newspaper. It's called the Irish Examiner. Now, like I was saying, sorry, I've done the exhibition, right, and you'll see now, I'm going to show you now in a minute. It's a photograph that I done with them, and it sort of, caught the attention of a lot of people, and just one of the stories that I put in it. A lot of praise to our Father in heaven, because I finally get to, for me personally, even though I've done it already, but just where I am now and the times that we're living in, I feel so honoured, I feel so blessed that I can give something to my Father, in heaven. Now, the title of what YaH Man, I'll explain. So it's on the art exhibition, right? It caught the attention of a lot of people, but it caught the attention of this crime reporter in the Irish Examiner newspaper. It's a big newspaper in Ireland. And he got in touch with some people that I knew, and they got in touch with me, and so forth. These are the same people now that have offered me work, helping people like myself, basically. They've offered me 3 different jobs, and I can work them all at once, because of the way they operate themselves, and how often, the roster sort of thing, so I can work them. But I'd be working, put it that way. And I'd be helping people like myself, And so I went down, I got a phone call off them, and we arranged it for the other day before yesterday. And what's yesterday? Tuesday. So it's Tuesday. And I went down, I gave the gentleman in the interview, and it was supposed to be printed in the paper yesterday, but it wasn't. It's printed in the paper today. I think it was something to do with the Brexit thing. Yeah, I think that's why I didn't put my story in the paper yesterday, because there's a big thing going on with Brexit. I'm sure you all know, the English, all these sellouts, all these trannies, all these Luciferians, all these seem to be taking up all the ink in the newspapers and the paper. They can't even put my my story in it, to give glory to our Father on the set you date. They try and steal that. But our Father knows how to work a situation, you know, and he got it the next day, so it's the praise his name forevermore, yeah? So I'm going to show you it. It's one of them big papers, yeah? Right. So I made the front page as well, so that's, I think that's, you know, most of the time when I'm in the newspaper, it's, you know, the second page or the middle page or whatever. But I actually got a picture on the front page for once. Here you go. The journey from addict to poet. Yeah, as you can all see. That's the front page. Now, I'd be lying if I didn't say this. This makes me a little bit happy, right? So, I know for sure someone would reply, you know, with a little cheeky remark. The glory goes to our Father, not to me. The story's about me, but it goes to him. It's not a big enough article now, I'd say. Here we go. Now, when I was doing the story, you know, I told the man at the start that I was born again Christian, right? But the recorder wasn't. He hadn't snapped the yoke on. Didn't press record yet at that point. And then coming to the end of the interview, I mentioned it again, but I stressed on it. You know, I said to him, I said, listen, don't put the story up. I don't want the story going up. I said, if you don't give the credit, I said to Heavenly Father, I said, YaHuWaH, he's the reason. But there was something I said in the interview, which is true, and it is what it is. But he used that as a title, so I can't control that part of it. So you'll see it now. It says, lucky I kept going to jail. Prison was a lifeline. Yeah. Now, prison was a lifeline. I'm not gonna lie. Like it was if I hadn't got jail. Like I know my father was behind it at the time. I didn't know that. Like I knew our father, but I didn't know. If you know what I mean. I knew he was there. I spoke to him, not the way I am now. Put it that way. So, although he was behind the scenes working, you know, pulling the strings, as one for a better phrase, yeah. With my own understanding at that point, you know, that's the way it was. That I felt like if I hadn't got jail, if prison wasn't there, well then I'd be dead. You know, I'd have been dead a long time ago. And like it's the same for a lot of people out there. Like if people get in such a bad state, they get in such a cruel state, I kid you not, that sometimes the judge just looks at them. If they're in arrested for something, whatever it is, and they have a warrant for their arrest, and they're going for bail, and even if the copper is objecting to that bail, or isn't objecting to that bail for them to be released, the judge will take one look at them and say no. He won't tell you why, he won't tell you, listen, you're in such a state. Some of them might, the odd one. But he won't tell you. Most of them won't say to you that's why they're putting you in. They'll just say they're afraid of you, you know, re-offending or something like that. But sometimes it doesn't be like that a lot of the time. They just look at you, you know, and you're falling apart. You're in that much of a cruel state that your government isn't out there trying to help you. You know, and I put that, it's in the interview, where I emphasise on what the people that are down that are doing the nitty gritty work on the front line. It's not the politicians, it's not the government, where they're the ones in power and they can change things. Well, we know the situation, but you know, that's just knocking me off the government, the whole government. They do nothing for no one. Like, you know what I mean, folks. Like, they're supposed to be there to deal with, like, I'm speaking for the people that don't understand, the people that won't accept the truth of what is, like, and the whole system and how it operates and how it runs. This is for the people that don't listen, the people that live in that part, people that live in the world, the people that live out there, you know, that think that their government can do something. You know, I still say that, you know, that's knocking me off, really. The government don't do nothing for no one, and me saying that, you know, I'm sorry folks, that's just really had to hit me. That's how upset me, that is. So many people are lost out there, and they don't have our Heavenly Father, they don't have YaHuWaH, they don't know, and if they hear the name, you know, they run, because that's the way these people, demonic beings, have brainwashed them to the point of where you mention YaHuWaH or the name of Jesus, you know, and they run. People repel because they think it's a bad thing. They think of the Catholic Church. That's what comes to mind: the Catholic Church and the child abuse and the child sacrifice and the rape and the pillage and the murder. You know, so it's no wonder then they expect our government to do something for them, because they've no faith, you know, in the church, and nor should they. But you know what I mean. They think our Father, our Saviour, you know, society has him attached to that, but that's not him. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say. That's society's way of putting like our Saviour out there, but as a no-go type of thing, you know. And for the people that do go, they're only getting crumbs. You know, they're not getting who he is. They're in a man-made system, a man-made building. It's not. See that? That's what YaHuWaH, when he was born. That's what he was wrapped in. Us. He was wrapped in me. He was wrapped in you. He was wrapped in you. Not a concrete building across the road there. We are the temple of the living Elohim. Not that. I'm sorry I went off point there, but that just, when I said that about the government, that just knocked me off course, that did. I just got 1333 there. I was just getting that number all day, sorry. But no, so I done the article. I just wanted to do a video just to, you know, to try and, not that I need to prove to people about what our Father has done for me in my life, and not that I need society to prove it or anything like that, but it's nice for me, it's nice for someone like me that's been judged all my life, that's been ridiculed all my life, you know, when I stand up for, even though I made many bad choices and it put me in situations that I shouldn't have been in, I didn't want to be in, but I was in them, and anyway. But one thing I can tell you, I always stood up for what was right. I always stood up for the truth. I always told, probably, yeah, when I was strung out to the backbone, I probably told a couple of little lies, but I tell you, I'd correct them. I would correct them as soon as I told them. It's not in me, that's something that's not in me, is lying. I just can't do it. Like, and I always say, it doesn't matter, like, if a person lives a life like what I've lived, it doesn't, 1444, doesn't define them as a person. You know, you can make all the crazy mistakes all you want, like, all year round, you know. That don't make you a bad person. Doesn't make you a bad person. Doesn't define your character. Doesn't define who you are. You know. So this video was for our Father. All glory to Him forevermore. Praise His name. For He is mighty, and He is good, and He is faithful. And His mercy is infinite and beyond. If any can understand that, because I can't. Right. So, praise YaHuWaH forevermore. Take care. This is Christopher. Think, inside YaH, saying Shalom and stay blessed.